Kilo Delta 2, Echo Tango Papa. No contest.
Echo Delta Tango, I believe. Would you mind repeating your call sign? Is it Kilo Delta 2, Echo Delta Tango, is that correct?
It is Echo Tango Papa. Echo Tango Papa. And I heard you calling out there. No contest. I thought I'd give you a shout back.
Yeah, exactly. No contest. I am a 75-year-old German dude. I came to the United States in 2001, became a ham in 2008, and I never developed any kind of taste for contesting, and there is no one I can impress with any kind of diploma in this town of 40,000 people. I'm the only ham radio operator. Anyway, the name is Ben. I go by Ben in the United States, transmitting with a 7300, about 500 watts, and the hex beam currently pointing at Europe. So your Kilo Delta 2 Echo Tango Papa. Yeah, I oftentimes add no contest just to be sure that nobody answers me or comes back to me having or expecting a contest situation. Okay, so let me turn the beam more in your direction, which would be roughly about 13 degrees. Ben is the name. Call again. Kilo 9 Bravo Hotel Papa. Kilo 9 Baker Henry Peter. KD2ETP, I'll give you a precise report on the next over. Kilo 9 Bravo Hotel Papa, portable W4, listening, go on.
Yeah, QSL, Ben. Good to make your acquaintance. I'm here in New York. I'm only running 86 watts right now, and actually I'm running off a CB antenna, which is it used to be an Antron 99 is what they called it originally, but it was bought out by another company, but the same antenna, and it works pretty well. It's just a vertical, no radials, and it seems to be making the trip.
Yes, sir, and you're making the trip for the 5 and 7 and 5 and 8. That's the good thing about 10 meters. So I didn't get your name. The good thing about 10 meters, you don't have to have a lot of power and an old antron 99. Oftentimes that's the trick. Okie dokie. So tell me a little bit about you. What is your current radio? The antenna is clear, a CB antenna. I had an antron 99 myself some time ago. I put some radios on it, so I guess it was a ground plane of sorts. So please visit my homepage. I see you, Stephen. All right, writing down Stephen. Stephen, all right, out of New York. Okay, what do I see here? An antenna. This is a body pole. Yeah, it looks like a body pole, some kind of a vertical. Let's elaborate. Somewhere outside. Okay, so scrolling down your homepage. Hello, all been on the air for about 9 years. That's interesting. I've been a ham, like I said, since 2008. All right. OPS, which is the part of the hobby I enjoy most. OPS, float off frozen lakes. You might want to call CQ frozen lakes. That might be another option for this constant contesting. I'm working all week from Monday to Friday for United Airlines. I'm always looking forward to the weekend to have some nice views. So what do I hear? CQ contest. Steven, back to you. You're 5 and 7, 5 and 8. Kilo Delta 2 Echo Tango Papa. Got the 86 watts. And so what's the radio? And tell me about the frozen lake adventure that you like to indulge in. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, Ben. I'm running an FT991A currently, but I also have an FT710 on the other side of the desk. But it's pretty good radio. I like it. It's got the VHF and UHF, which is why I have it in the shack. But that frozen lake's on the air. It's just something I made up. Went out with a sled with all my gear on it, set up that little station there that you see in the picture, and stayed out there all day one February years ago. it looks like a beautiful day, but it was roughly 14 below zero that day with the wind chill. And if you look up my call sign on YouTube, that's the very first video that I ever put out. And I got a good video of it, and the setting up the antenna and the contacts, several of the contacts I made. And again, it's just something that I made up, my own little mini de-expedition, let's say. Back to you, Ben. KD2ETP.
5 and 9, Stephen, 5 and 9 now. So a slight fluctuation, 5 and 8 and 5 and 9. Yeah, I hear you. I will see what I can find on YouTube, but it might interfere with what I'm doing now. But I'm going to do this after our QSO. So what do I want? Just a little QSO, just a little rock show. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born in 1945 with the Allied bombs falling on my hometown because they manufactured the V1s and V2s. In Northhouse was my birth town. And so I luckily escaped 2 hours before the house that I was born in got a direct hit.
Wow.
My mom took me out of town, out of Northhouse, a 1,500-year-old town, by the way. So when I hear bombs, and even when I hear rockets, I was in Israel many years ago, like 50 years ago, and we had a rocket attack with a Katyusha rocket from Jordan. So that's many years ago. They were shooting a Katyusha rocket over to Eilat, where I was staying. Eilat, if you look on the map, that's by the Red Sea. And boy, it created a giant hole. I was amazed what just one rocket can do. And I also worked in a kibbutz for about almost a year, picking and harvesting bananas, apples, and oranges. My dad was a flyboy with the German Air Force in World War II, stationed in North Africa with Field Marshal Rommel, and he was a trained Morse coder, and would be Morse code. No matter how fast these guys were using their key, he could write it down. Died with 101. My mom also said goodbye. So I'm a male nurse by profession, male nurse, currently working for United Airlines here in Chicago in security at the ripe old age of 78. Looks like I'm going to croak on the top. Back to you, Stephen.
Yeah, QSL, Ben. Boy, it sounds like you've seen a few things in your day, and I'm grateful that I never had to be around any bomb explosions or anything like that, and I really sympathize with what you had to go through there. I can only imagine what it must have been like, but glad you made it out of there and made it through safely, and glad to meet you on the air. I am a electrician of 30 years, and hopefully getting ready to retire from that trade here in the next few years, but we'll see how that goes, because I like the hobby so much. I'll have to keep working to support my habit, let's say. But I do a lot of QRP stuff, get out in the field a lot, and with portable antennas and whatnot. That's the part of the hobby that I found that I like the best.
Exactly. We pick what we like the best. And mine is actually remote control, meaning transmitting out of all kinds of countries. There are ham radio stations that say, hey, you want to transmit with my radio, go ahead. And I even imagine transmitting out of China. There are some Chinese ham radio reports who allows me to transmit as a Bravo Delta 5/K9 VHB. Haven't done that lately, but I might just do it again. And that was an SSB, mainly on the 20-meter band. Yes, I traveled far and wide. I'm an old sailor, saved the 7 seas. I also lived in Australia for a while, in the outback, in the copper mine. Worked in the copper mine as a miner, and lived in Melbourne and in Sydney. And that's how they pronounce that, Melbourne. They don't say Melbourne. They hear, oh yeah, Tasmania, not to forget. I was picking apples on Tasmania, if you want to know how to pick apples.
Boy, this is interesting. And that's
so yeah, I lived in a couple of countries. It was pretty interesting. A retirement, I wish you well. from the bottom of my heart for the retirement business. I am very tired, Stephen, working on the read. With sweet and simply being a cancer survivor, we lost a lot of money, and this practically forces me to be still at work. And that's a whole week, like from Monday into Friday. My son, David, is 33. I always wanted him to be an electrician or some kind of a trade, but he does help me with my antennas. Like when a tornado took down my hex beam, he helped me put that thing back together again, but doesn't really seem to have a lot of interest in ham radio. WX, we have 1 degree plus, not too bad, and I'm currently transmitting out of Florida. The station belongs to Stephen, it's also Stephen C, and his call is N4PIQ. I'm tuning this frequency with my 7300 here in Chicago, but I don't hear a thing. So again, a 7300, very popular radio, about 500 watts, and the antenna is a hex beam pointing your way, direction of New York. Thanks for the ride, Joe, and I'll pass it back to you, and you can tie the ribbons, as they say. I didn't understand initially what this ribbon tying business was, and then I learned that they did put some ribbons around some trees, some yellow ribbons for their loved ones to hopefully find their way back home. KD2ETP 5 and 9, Kilo 9, Bravo Hotel Papa, Portable W4 listening.
QSL, Ben, you have yourself a wonderful afternoon, and thanks for the QSL. It's very rare that you get somebody on that wants to spend some time and actually do a little talking, and I really appreciate the story. Sounds like you've done quite a bit, have seen quite a bit, and been around quite a bit. What a great story, and looking forward to catching you on the bands again sometime. I'm going to say 73 to Kilo 9, Bravo Hotel Papa, from KD2 ETP Steve in New York.
Okay, your FT991 Alpha sounding good. Nice modulation, 86 watts with the CD, the old antron. You're doing a good job. So good luck on 10. I'm going to continue to call CQ no contest, and maybe someone else shows some mercy and answers me. I never understood this contesting business. It's just a little beyond me. It's just a totally different world. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a healthy and happy New Year, and good luck with the retirement. K9BHB, Portable W4, up and clear. With Stephen, Kilo Delta 2, Echo Tango Papa. Great to you, so thank you very much. Keep enjoying ham radio.
73. So that was nice, a nice QSO, and you know, too many people get on, they're looking for a 5.9. It's really nice to get on and actually talk to somebody and get a good story. It sounded like he's seen a lot in his lifetime. You know, obviously was there during the bombings and stuff, which I'm, again, glad that I never had to witness firsthand. But interesting person. Maybe someday I'll catch him on the bands again. So keep an eye out for him. Currently he's running as Kilo 9 Bravo Hotel Papa, and maybe you guys can catch him out there too on the band. So, you know, stop and talk to these people once in a while. People have interesting stories and interesting lives, and the only way to find out is to actually talk to them and not just look for a 5.9 and head on your way.